Hello everyone, my name is Cleo Alberto Lozano Correa. This is my activity number 10, oral presentation of the research of scientific thought. The research was not made only by me, but with my classmates Carlos, Mauricio, Oscar Ivan, and Adrián. Well, let's start. The research topic we chose are the effects that school has over the mental health of their students. In the introduction of the research, we talk about the importance this topic has, because it has not only been forgotten by many generations, but also normalizes how schools must teach their students, putting unwanted pressure over them, pushing them to no other option than mental breakdowns, traumas, between other negative psychological effects. We think this is one of the worst characteristics of the actual school system, and we as students of this system have this type of problems regularly, and we can see with our friends that sometimes these problems need professional and urgent assistance. In the methodologies of the research, we use a non-experimental research with mixed methodologies. We use the survey as a data collection technique. Some of the variables we had were the mental health state of the participants at the moment of the survey, the personal situations they lived recently, the different experiences and methods of education between the different high schools, between others. We used the random sampling method, getting 9 different participants. The results. Well, we made 9 different questions related to the research topic, plus the male or female one. So we made a total of 10 questions, which were: do you feel school is helping you? What was the last thing that stressed you the most? Do you often feel unwanted pressure, and why? What will you change in your daily life? Do you feel you depend on something or someone? You think you have control of your time, and why? 3 things that change your mood the most. What was the last thing that made you happy? And how do you like to spend your time? Well, and the male-female question. We got very interesting results. We got 5 males and 4 females. All the participants have ages between 15 and 17. 8 of them are from private schools and 1 is from public school. In the first question we got that 8 of them find school helpful, but the interesting part here comes with the second question, because the 9 answered that their last big source of stress was the school. The third question gave us that school-related topics are the most common source of stress over the participants. The fourth one showed us that most of them want to change their habits. The fifth one showed us that most of them do not feel dependency to anything at all. The sixth one showed us a very frightening answer, because none of them answered that they do have control of their time because of their own personal decisions. But the most common was no, they do not have time. They do not have control of their time. The seventh question showed us that their families and their personal lives are the aspects that change their tempers most often. The eighth one, we saw that most of them get happy with their personal lives, which makes a lot of sense, because the ninth question tells us that they prefer spending time with aspects of their personal lives than with their friends or the school or anything different than their lives. And well, for the discussion and conclusion, we as a team interpret these results in multiple ways, obviously, because we are different people. But the common factor between all of these interpretations is that most of the students within today's school system are extremely stressed and pressured by it. We as a team think this is because most schools are still influenced by old ideas, because they were made in the past with rules that were in the past, obviously, and that all those old ideas don't help us in today's world with today's problems. And we finally conclude that the students have no real time for their personal life, in between the school, their families, their friends. Well, their friends not, but the school and their families, they have no time, which is a big problem in many young lives. And well, that was my activity 5, my activity 10, sorry. Hope you liked it. Thank you.